them all what I'm made up. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really getting into one you asked about, Manchester United versus Lyon, that Europa League quarterfinal second leg.
Oh, yeah.
Just absolutely bonkers. We've got the match report here from the Manchester Evening News, and honestly, it's quite something.
It really is. A 5-4 win for United to get into the semis. I mean, you just don't see games like that very often.
You really don't, especially coming back like they did.
That 2-goal deficit in extra time. Yeah. Incredible.
Okay, so let's try and unpack this madness. We'll go through it chronologically, yeah.
Sounds good.
Hit the key goals, the red card, obviously the extra time drama, and then look at those player ratings, see what they tell us.
Right. Where should we start? The beginning, I guess? United grabbing that early lead.
Yeah, the report mentions Garnacho doing well, setting up Ugarte with a cutback.
Yeah, near the goal line, pulls it back. Classic move.
And Ugarte puts it away. Apparently his first goal at Old Trafford, too.
Oh, wow. That must have got the crowd going early doors.
Definitely. Sets the tone, doesn't it?
For sure. And didn't Fernandes almost make it 2 straight after?
Yeah, hit the crossbar. A volley, the report says. So United definitely came out, meaning business.
Seems like it. They knew they needed goals after the first leg, I suppose.
Oh, must have done. And they kept it up because Delot scored just before halftime. Made it 2-0.
Okay, so 2-0 at the break. You'd be feeling pretty comfortable as a United fan then, surely.
You would think so. But that's when things started to get interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, the second half. Lyon fought back. Tolisso gets 2-1.
Right. Suddenly it's game on again. Any detail on, how that happened? Defensive error?
The report doesn't dwell massively on the defending for that one, but it definitely shifted the feeling of the game.
You could feel it slipping, maybe?
Perhaps. Because then, with only 10 minutes left, Tagliafico scores.
Ugh, 2-2. All that early work just gone.
Must have been absolutely sickening for the Old Trafford crowd.
And then right at the end of the 90, Tolisso gets sent off.
The goal scorer, yeah, yellow, I think.
Yeah, report says a rash challenge. So, going into extra time, United are 2-2, but against 10 men. You'd fancy your chances then, wouldn't you?
You definitely would. Advantage United, you'd think. But Lyon weren't reading that script.
Not at all. Extra time was just, chaos is the word the report uses, and it feels right.
Totally. Cherky pops up. He scored in the first leg too, remember?
Right.
Puts Lyon, 10-man Lyon, 3-2 ahead.
Unbelievable. They've turned it completely around. A man down. How did United react? Must have been shell-shocked.
You'd imagine so. And then it got worse. Lacazette scores a penalty.
No.
Yep. 4-2 to Lyon in extra time. It really looked like it was over for United then.
4-2 down at home against 10 men, but still. Wow. How on earth did they come back from that?
Well, this is where the real drama kicks in again. Fernandes steps up. Penalty for United this time.
Okay.
Scores it. 4-3. Suddenly, there's a bit of hope again.
Right. A lifeline.
And then, get this. Kabi Menu equalizes.
Menu, but wasn't he playing up front or something?
Well, he was. The report specifically says he was playing striker. Calls it far from ideal.
Wow. So he pops up with the equalizer. 4-4.
4-all. The noise must have been incredible. Just imagine.
Absolutely insane. But wait, it wasn't finished even then, was it?
Not quite. Added time of extra time, Harry Maguire scores.
Harry Maguire, you're kidding.
Nope. The winner. 5-4. What a finish.
5-4. Just staggering. Coming back like that is an amazing character, but conceding 4 goals. But what does it say?
It's resilience, isn't it? Never giving up. But yeah, you're right. 4 goals conceded at home. That's a huge worry. Shows major defensive issues, surely.
Definitely a double-edged sword, that result. Okay, let's dig into those player ratings from the M-Men. They gave out 4 scores of 810.
Right. Maguire, Casemiro, Fernandes, and Menu.
Okay, Maguire first. He got an 8, but the report does say he was slow reacting for goals and got booked.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It feels like the winning goal just wiped the slate clean for the rating.
Maybe it's the impact. That one moment was just so decisive. Or maybe leadership in those crazy final minutes.
Could be. It shows how narratives get shaped by those big moments. What about Casemiro, then? Also an 8.
Report says he started well, continuing his good run in the Europa League. Maybe the pace suits him. But it also says he wilted when Lyon got back into it.
Ah, okay. So, strong start, but couldn't keep it up when the heat was really on.
Seems like it. That kind of up-and-down performance must be frustrating.
It shows the strain, I suppose. Physically, mentally, in a game like that. Now, Bruno Fernandes, an 8. No surprise there.
Not really. Called as influential as ever, United's standout player yet again. Hit the bar, involved in the first goal, scored the penalty.
He just seems to drag them through sometimes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Thrives on that
That's
pressure.
really proper talisman for them. And then Pabi Mainu, also an 8, for the equalizer, obviously, but while playing out of position.
Yeah, that's seriously impressive. To be moved up front in that situation and still deliver the goal shows real, football intelligence and calm.
Huge credit to him. Okay, let's look at some of the less stellar ratings. Andre Onana, the keeper, got a 6.
6 out of 10. Okay. What was the verdict there?
Made some key saves early on, apparently. A calmer night overall for him, but the defend wasn't reliable.
Right. So he did his job okay, but maybe wasn't protected that well.
That's the implication. Nusayr Mazraoui also got a 6. Defended well in the first half, apparently quite composed.
Okay.
But then he was subbed at halftime for Luke Shaw, which looks like a key moment now.
Yeah, we'll get to Shaw's rating in a bit, but first, Lenny Yoro, only a 4. Ouch.
Yeah, sounds like a rough night. Erratic first half, lazy to lively, not goal side for Toliso's goal, and statuesque for the equalizer.
Oh, dear. Not good at all. Sounds like he really struggled.
Seems so. Diogo Dalot got a 6. Bit better. Set up that Fernandez volley, scored a superb goal himself.
So some attacking contribution from him at least.
Sure.
But defensively, maybe still questions across the back line.
Feels like it. Manuel Ugarte, the first goal scorer, also got a 6. Good start. Took his goal well, but then faded after Lyon scored. Subbed off eventually.
Another one who started bright but couldn't maintain it. That's becoming a bit of a theme, isn't it?
It is. Fatigue. Or maybe Lyon just figured something out tactically.
Could be either. Patrick Dorgu, another 6. Good link up with Garnacho, but then dozed off for the equalizer.
Those little moments, eh? So costly.
Absolutely. Alejandro Garnacho got a 5. Lovely play for the first goal, yeah.
Yeah, but the report slams a shoddy shot when it was 2-0. Says it nearly cost United.
Ah, right. So flashes of brilliance, but maybe still needs that consistency. Decision-making.
Perhaps. Rasmus Højlund got a 6. Better hold-up play, apparently, but missed a big chance from a Dorgu cross.
Okay, so contributing, but maybe could have been more clinical. Still developing, perhaps?
Seems fair. Now, the substitutes. This is where it gets really interesting. Luke Shaw came on at halftime, got a 3.
3 out of 10. Wow. That's bad. What went wrong?
Report says his first game since the Euros looked not at ease, off the pace, and gave away that penalty to make it 4-2.
Oh, man. What a nightmare return for him. That substitution really backfired then.
It seems like it massively did. Mason Mount also came on, got a 5.
5. Okay, what was the comment there?
Pretty blunt. Seems to offer very little when he gets decent minutes.
Oof. Not exactly a glowing review for impact off the bench.
Not at all. Harry Amass got a 5 too, but they add the context he came on in invidious circumstances.
Okay. Tough situation to be thrown into during that extra time chaos. Fair enough.
And Christian Eriksen, also a 5, just says no impact.
So the subs, apart from Mainu's goal perhaps, didn't really turn things around positively according to these ratings. Shaw's contribution was actively negative.
Seems that way. Which brings us to the manager. Also a low rating. 4 out of 10.
4. Wow. Okay, what's the reasoning?
Acknowledges the good start. The team looked better initially, but then it says he got every major decision wrong after the second half.
Every major decision. That's harsh. Which ones did they mention?
Specifically names the Shaw sub, taking Højlund off, and having Mainu playing up front initially.
Right. So basically blaming the tactical shifts for letting Lyon back in and making extra time so difficult.
That's definitely the strong implication. Feels like the view is they won despite the second half and extra time management, not because of it.
That's a really damning assessment, isn't it? Especially after such a dramatic win.
It is. So if we try and boil all that down from the report, what are the big takeaways for you?
Well, the obvious one is just pure, unadulterated football drama. You can't script that. United showed amazing spirit, incredible fight to come back like that. Twice.
Yeah, the resilience is undeniable.
But, and it's a big but, conceding 4 goals at home, the defensive wobbles, some key players fading, the subs not working out, the manager getting criticized, it paints a picture of vulnerability too.
Right. It wasn't exactly a controlled, convincing performance, was it? More like barely controlled chaos that somehow ended in their favor.
Exactly. The individual moments from Fernandez, Mainu, Maguire were huge. But the overall pattern, less convincing.
So it was thrilling, unforgettable even, showed that spirit we mentioned. But digging into it like this, thanks to the report, reveals a lot of cracks under the surface too, doesn't it?
It really does. Hopefully this deep dive gives everyone a good sense of those key moments and the nuances from the analysis without having to sit through 90 minutes plus extra time again.
Or wade through loads of reports, yeah. So here's the final thought, the thing to maybe chew on.
Okay.
After a game like that, so many ups and downs, great moments mixed with really poor ones. What does this 5-4 win actually tell us about United's chances going forward in the Europa League? Is this the kind of resilience that wins trophies, or is it just papering over serious cracks that a better team in the semis will expose?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they dangerously flawed or dangerously determined?
Yeah.
Definitely something to think about.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're Bobby dog. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.